I drove 4 hours from Las Vegas to play Oak Quarry Golf Course. This is the views from the parking lot and from around the pro shop. So right away, you know you're going to have a special day of golf. I got paired up with another single. His name is Kevin, and he's from South Korea, and he helped me manage my way around this golf course. So shout out to Kevin. Hole 1 is nothing special. There's a lot of danger to the left, as you can see. I was aiming toward the right side of the fairway, but I blocked one out to the rough on the right and had a severe uphill lie. My feet are well below the ball, so I was aiming to the right again because I knew that it would probably end up either drawing or hopefully not, but hooking to the left. So right on that fairway bunker that you can see in front of me, you can see a little piece of the green. The rest of it is hidden over that hill with that bunker. So the whole time I'm standing over the ball here, I'm thinking to myself, just hit it straight and let the slope do the work for you. And that's pretty much what I did. So here comes a lengthy putt for birdie. For me, it's always nerve-wracking, that first long putt, because no matter how much you practice on the putting surfaces in the practice area, that they can't really replicate the playing conditions. As you can see here, the greens were punched probably 2 weeks ago, so they still have the little holes, but it wasn't affecting my putts that much. So I let it go, and you can see it comes pretty close to the hole, and my partner gives me the putt. Moving on to hole number 2, this is a dog leg right. So I was aiming towards that bunker that you can see in the center of the fairway from this view, and I left my driver face a little bit open, so it ended up bleeding on me. It hit the right edge of the fairway and then rolled into the rough. Luckily, I didn't go into that bunker. I forgot to record my second shot, but I hit a pretty bad shot. In front of me is a bunker. I'm on a downhill lie, so I'm just trying to get it to bounce right on the edge of the green and die, and instead of doing that, I hit the edge of the green and it flew past the hole. This was a long putt for par, and then I left myself some work for bogey. So almost immediately, me and Kevin got into the very good rhythm. It felt like we had played together before, but as you can see here, he's reading his putt. We had been pulling the pin already, so I pulled the pin for him. He putted out and immediately went to stand by the flag, so that when I made my putt, he was right there to put the flag in so we could move on pretty smoothly. So I put it in for a bogey. I am +1 through 2. Hole number 3 is a decision hole. If you go up to the left with your driver, you can get pretty close to the green, if not on, but there's a lot of desert over here on the left, and if you leave it open, there's a lot of bunkers, and there's a cliff that you can't see that runs along the entirety of the right side of this hole. I pulled a 5-iron and decided to just put it right underneath the bunkers on the right. It looks like a slice. I promise you it isn't. I think it's a camera angle, but I ended up in the rough right underneath the green. So it's just a simple up and down here. And I hit it pretty clean. I think I was aimed more left than I wanted to be and ended up on the green. As you can see there, I'm shaking my hand. I did not realize that my hand was bothering me until I reviewed the video. You'll see me shake it out a couple times. I don't know what was going on with it, but like I said, during the round, it wasn't bothering me. So this is a long putt for birdie. I left it about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet short, and I walk away with a par. On to the first par 5. Kevin told me that this hole slopes severely left to right, and so I was aimed towards the right of that bunker that you can see, and I hit a really good drive here. Ended up on the flat portion of the fairway. Not a beautiful fairway, but it's winter conditions for Southern California. So here I'm just trying to lay up. I could have gone for it, but there are bunkers on the left-hand side, and that's my miss with my 4-iron. So to avoid those bunkers, I played it safe. And I blocked this, I think it was a 6-iron. I blocked it out to the right and left myself with another shot with the ball above my feet. So in my mind on this shot, I'm thinking the same thing I thought on hole 1, just hit it out to the right and let the slope take the ball. I don't know what happened here. I can't tell from the video, but I just hit a bad shot. My foot went out from under me. I hooked it into that bunker, and these bunkers, the sand is extremely fluffy, and so you have to either hit it with force behind the ball or pick it clean, none of which I did here on this first shot. You can see how deep that bunker is. I'm 6'2" and I disappear. And there's my first swing. You can see some sand, but no ball. The ball got stuck on the upslope. I just walked up to it and hammered it as hard as I could. I hit a lot of sand and ended up hitting a pretty decent shot here. The whole time I was cursing up a storm because of my frustration with these bunkers. So now I'm +2 through 4, and here comes the first par 3, and all I'm thinking here is hit the center of the green, and that's exactly what I did. I hit center of the green and left myself an uphill putt for birdie. What's funny about this part of the video is, well, first you can see Kevin's ball rolling past. He had a hard chip on a downhill lie. But these guys back here were cutting these trees using chainsaws, and I did not notice that until I watched these videos. I was pretty focused on this putt. Uphill putts are trouble for me sometimes. So there you can see I'm going to give this a pretty good whack. And I hit a really good putt. And I left myself with a tap in for par. And so once I tap that in, I am +2 through 5. This was a cool hole. You can't really hit driver because if you do, you have to get it on the green or else you're in that bunker. If you come up short of those bunkers, it's just a cliff. That cliff runs along the entirety of the left-hand side of this hole. You can see me shaking my hand out there, didn't notice it. But I hit a good shot towards the center of the fairway and left myself with about 120 yards in. I pulled my 120-yard wedge, and I thought I hit it clean. I thought I hit it well, and it dropped just short on the fringe. So this is a long uphill putt from off the green. I probably should have given it more oomph or more mustard, but I left it short. I'm complaining to Kevin there. He's not interested. And then this should be a makeable putt, but I push it to the right and I have to tap in for a bogey. So now I am +3 through 6. Still doing pretty well by my own standards, so can't be upset at that. This is the second par 3 of the front 9, and all along the left and right by that bunker, it's nothing but desert, I guess you would call it. It's a cliff, so you don't want to miss there. To the pin, it was about 195 yards, so I pulled a 5-iron, and I really was just trying to either hit it right at the pin or to the right. This is a little bit more right than I thought. I thought I mishit it, and so you can hear me pleading with the ball to get over this little cliff. and I end up with this view. My camera is leveled here, so it shows you how severely it's sloped. And so I don't know what I was thinking here, but I'm looking straight at the pin like I'm gonna dunk it. And when in reality I should have hit it right of the pin by a lot and let it feed down. So as you can see, I'm left with a pretty severe uphill putt, which is apparently the trend for the front nine for me. Here comes the putt up the hill. Pretty good putt, miss it, but tap in for a bogey. So now I am 4 over through 7. So right off the bat, I'll tell you this hole got me. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not putting excuses. I played some bad shots here. But Kevin, when I was standing on the tee box, was telling me if you aim at the right bunker, which is the one over my shoulders, it's about 270 yards. I think what he was saying is that if you aim on the right side of the fairway, or that bunker on the left side of me, but center of the fairway, that's 270 yards. I didn't pull out my rangefinder to confirm any of this. I just kind of went for it. And I hit a good shot with good contact. I just crossed over myself and put it into this waist area over here, or waist bunker, whatever you want to call it, on the left. So as you can see, I'm aimed at the right bunker over my shoulders, and I crossed myself and hit it into the left waist bunker. So that's error number 1. So at this point, I think I'm probably 185 out, and I pull my 6-iron, not concerned about this lip at all because I shouldn't hit it, and of course I hit it. So my ball hits the lip, and because I hit it with such force, it does pop up and rolls forward about 90 yards. And so here, I looked at my cart GPS, and it said 110 to the hole. I hit a 120 club and just took a little bit off it, or tried to take a little bit off of it. But because the carts don't read slope, and I did not account for the downhill play here, I ended up blasting this ball over the green and into another bunker. So did I mention that these bunkers have very fluffy sand? Look at this bunker. It's flat. I should be able to pick this ball clean, and instead I duff it. The sand in these bunkers is so fluffy. It rolls back down to me. Here comes my 5th shot, and because I was upset, I messed up and put it long, and my putt for a double bogey hits the hole but doesn't drop. So I have to take a 7, triple bogey, a round killer if you ask me. And there I am looking out into the distance to find any type of answer. I didn't find it out there. This is the 9th hole, and I just had a blow up hole, so all I'm thinking is hit the shit out of this ball. Mission accomplished. I would say that I'm lucky that that didn't go horribly wrong, because when I'm angry and I swing harder than I should, it's usually a disaster. But I got away with it here. So now I'm feeling better. I'm a little bit more calmed down, and I'm looking at the center of the green and thinking, just get it there. Beautiful 9-iron, and it lands on the center of the green, takes a kick to the left, and I have another long putt for birdie, which I'm okay with. Here I let it run a little bit long because I figured I would show you that I do replace my divots. I do fix my pitch marks, or divot marks, whatever you call them, on the greens. I like to leave the golf course in the same or better condition than when I showed up, and you should too. So here comes my long putt for birdie. And I have a good sense of the speed. Leave this one a little bit shorter than I would like, a little bit of work to do, so I take a second look. But ultimately, I put it in for my par, and I am 7 over, with a 42 on the front. Not a great score, but for having never played this course before, I will take it.